Hi folks, it's Lee and Roger with another project car for your perusal. Today we have a 1994 740 AI classic BMW. This is the last production date of this model. There was about 88,000 of them made. Excuse me, I'm very cold. It's a balmy 30 below here today, folks, so just to let you know. We just want to do a walk around, show you what we've got. There's no Bondo in the body. Standing outside the snowbank, you can see that these, I don't know, Roger, can you get a shot of the sport rooms? Okay, so there's 4 sport rims, all in really good condition. Rubber is not in such good condition. I would change that. Roger and I started to project this car out, but now it's got to go. It's too cold. We can't work on it anymore. So, but you can see here, Roger will zoom in. We've got a little rust on the rocker panels. The back is probably just a good sand. Probably a little grind on the front passenger door. And you can see on this side it needs a mirror. Now we've tested all the wiring in there, and the mirrors are a real easy fix. They just plug in, and you put the screens back in, and we have all of the housing for that mirror on this side. Now you're going to see the same on the other side. Take you around to the front first. You can see the decal is aged. Probably want to replace that. They're about 30 bucks. We get a picture of the fairing. So the underneath fairing there, those 2 pieces just clipped in, and so I'm pretty sure they won't have to be replaced. I had a good look at them. We're just going to want to clip them back in. All the lights are working, headlights and signal lights and all of that. Now this is a 740 AI. A stands for automatic. It's a 5-speed, and it's a 4.1 V8. You got 282 horsepower, 295 foot-pound torque. The engine in this model is an E38 model M60. The electronic system is based on flexible computer system. The E38 models can be operated with the newest BMW technologies, including BMW's Bluetooth and navigation. There is also a huge aftermarket performance tools for this model. So when we get to the engine part, I'll tell you what I would do. Let's go into the interior. Take it over from there, Raj.
Okay, right now I'm just showing you the actual original plates from BMW to show you the model number of the car. That kind of gives you an indicator there, and some of the basic specs that you're going to see on the when you open it up in the door frame. So that being said, yes, it's BMW. Okay, the leather, this is the driver's side door. Of course, it's open. Glass is intact and it's functioning fine. As you can see, I left all the wiring for the speaker, and I left all the cabling, of course, for the mirror, for the power mirror, so that way when you put it in, you're good to go. Clip it in, screw it in, and off to the races there. Leather's in great shape. As you look inside, even here on the driver's seat, you'll notice that it might give the perception of faded, but actually all it is nice polish. So get your cleaning materials and do the detailing, and you're good to go. The console itself, or as they call it, the cockpit, is fantastic. Look at the shape of this. I mean, literally, there's no cracks, nothing. I mean, it's good to go. You've got independent heating on both sides, as well as you've got the power roof. I'm just trying to show you the cracks and stuff because likely I'm freezing.
It works beautifully.
And yeah, it does. It works quite well. Rear mirrors there, all the power switches that you need. So for people like me who like to push buttons, this is a perfect car for you. Glove box does lock, so it's got a little extra, you know, benefit. And as you can see, all the wood grain paneling is there, including all the shifter knob and settings. You're looking now at the passenger door and the passenger seat to give you an idea of condition of that. I'll do my best here to show you the roof. I'm not exactly the most gifted video person, so this is what you're going to see. So Leah's opened the rear door, and I'm giving you the visual. All the glass is intact. This was replaced. When it was replaced, of course, the panel here, which is like maybe 20 bucks. You just need to put another one on, which is literally not, what, 5 minutes. Okay, so you can see leather on the door is a little dirty, so you're just going to need to clean her up nice, and I guess as you call it, detailing. The back seat itself, I had to pull it out because obviously the battery was dead, so I swapped it out and Lee picked up the battery, we put it in, and the battery is always sitting on the rear passenger side. Okay, so if you're looking around for it, I'm just telling you now to save you some time. There's great controls in the back here. For people who are non-smokers, you can plug in an extra iPod. For people who are, there's you know, a cigarette lighter and independent heating for the seats, as well as for the blower. So you can control everything from the AC to the heating, the amount of heating that you want in the back seat. Back seats are in great shape. The leather's nice and soft. Again, please do your detailing. I am not doing it. The rear glass, completely intact. And again, a little more of the roof here for you, for the people who like to see that as well. So, you want to take over? Or doesn't matter? Okay, so the rear marking, as you can see here, I'm going to zoom up a bit. It does have a crack in it. Okay, you gotta remember it's
20.
Yeah.
It's about 18 years old. So.
Yeah. Okay, it's like 18 years old. So, you know, these things are subject to happen. So I know you can pick one up at just about any scrap for like 30 bucks. So not rocket science. A few bolts and away you go.
Trunk is in there.
Trunk's in great shape. Just minor dent right there. It looks worse because we're on a cloudy day, but really it's, you know, you're looking at about maybe 1.5 inches to just dent out with a rubber mallet. So that you can get like just about anywhere. And if you're in Canada, Princess Auto's got super cheap parts to do this kind of stuff. So Lee's going to take over the camera. We're going to give her a start. And we're also going to pop the, what'd you call the hood? That term used?
Suicide hood.
A suicide hood. There we
Suicide hood for all you young
got
pups.
it. Suicide hood.
Okay.
All right.
See, you can be trained.
Partially. There we go. He's started.
Okay. So you can see one turnkey over. We put a very strong battery in, so I'm not going to say that it would have started with the old one. We didn't bother even checking because it would have been toast. Vanna is going to show us the underhood. Okay, so here is a pièce de résistance for an 8-cylinder, folks. This is where luxury meets muscle, pure muscle. This car is in very good condition under the hood. We actually drove it 100 kilometers on the same route of our other video with the Z. So the same route. She was parked for a year, fired her up and drove her into town. No, not with the blue tarp on the windshield. But anyway, here it is. You can see and hear it. Let you hear it for a minute.
The itself has no knocking, no pings. There's no boost smoke coming out. Great compression, so as far as I can see, feel, and run it, you're not going to have issues for quite some time. Of course, the original owners did quite a bit of maintenance on the car, So the maintenance that was done, of course, again, you know, taking out the fluids, making sure that there's good engine flush. So this car's ready to go. I mean, you know, aside from the cosmetic work that you have to do, take her, bring her on the road, and have some fun.
Okay, so we'll get another shot of the hood while it's up. I think that's just sexy.
It is.
That's just sexy right there. Were I to keep this car, folks, man, I would trick it out and keep it as my primary ride. Get another shot on the side here. Roger showed already you the interior. Sorry, I'm freezing, folks. My teeth are chattering. Having said that, let's talk about the nasties of the car a little bit, because you know we're honest folks. I like a car that has a solid engine. When I project a car, I like a solid body and solid engine. I can deal with all the other little stuff. On this car, you're going to need rubber. You are going to need a windshield, probably about $300 for the windshield at an auto wrecker. Now the windshield is not cracked through, but I didn't want to take any chances of moisture getting in on the leather in our lovely winter wonderland in Canada. What else is it going to need? It's going to need
Also, it's going to need that little plate. This is not a safety issue or anything, it's just a matter of for look to get that plate in there. Yeah, that's it.
And so, having said those two things, so windshield, rubber, I think we've got a partially seized emergency brake.
Yes, on these model of cars, there are actually brake shoes on the inside. So you already have your discs, and then you have your shoes. So you have your regular discs for the car to run, like for its regular stopping. But when you pull the e-brake, the shoes actually pry out. So for most of you that already know the way the BMWs are designed, it's like a dual braking system. So since it was sitting for a little bit, yes, you can release it, but it might not completely unclamp. So if you've got the patience like I do, then just take apart the shoes, do the cleaning up on it, you'll de-seize it completely. That's all it needs to go.
And having said that too, let's point out the fact too, when we pulled the tires off of this car, folks, because it had been sitting for so long, the braking assemblies are quite rusted. So you're going to either want to clean them up, turn them, which is what I would do. Or I think if you replace them, what was it, $80 for the front and back?
Yeah, if you live in Canada, you can go to Caps. That's one of the suppliers that I go to. I think it's fantastic. Their service is good. This is not an ad for them. This is just from my personal experience. You know, like if you don't know a lot about cars, you go to Canadian Tire or somewhere else, you're going to pay a premium for a name brand machine. So you might as well go and buy the parts yourself. Do the work. It's a great time, and it's really not rocket science. Okay?
Right. So let's recap. Windshield, rubber. For you guys that can do your own body work, this is going to be a breeze. It's going to be simple. It's going to be next to nothing. For those of you who can't, I'm going to call it around $500–600 in body work. So we've got 3 on the windshield. We've got, say, 6 on the rocker panels, and depending on what kind of rubber you want to put on it, you'll need that too. 2 mirrors is going to run you probably about $1.50, meaning $150. And that's really about it. I can't think of anything else.
Do you want me to film just a bit of the underside? I know that on the last car that we had, people wanted to see the wheel wells and the underside.
Okay.
And I'll take it for the team. I'm going to go under the car.
I know, Roger. You're my hero.
Hi, folks. You always ask for it, so Lee said do it. So here we go. Okay, first of all, let's do a quick look in the wheel wells area, okay? I mean, okay, like that's mud, dirt, that's it. So wheel wells are good. Now, of course, that's all nice and fine, but I'm sure you want to see the underneath. So that was the rear wheel well on driver's side. Front wheel well on driver's side. Good. Okay, now I'm going to lay down and show you underneath. Alright, so welcome to the underside of the car. Looking at the front, from the driver's side going down, the structure is good. Okay. Of course, just like any other car, it's on the ground, so you do get a little rust here and there. Okay. So it's just a little bit of minor work. but it's not through the floor, which is really, really important. So, all the way to the back. In a second here, so pretty long car, so I gotta go down again. Okay, looking under the car again from the back end. Back end looks good. Okay. So, what you're seeing, my friends. Now I'm going to switch over to the passenger side. And like I said, I mean, there's just a little bit of minor rust, but it's not going through the floor, which is super important. You want to make sure that you got some good structure there, right? For the rest of us that know what safety tests are all about. So, there we go. So now you're looking at the passenger side under the front. See it? The floor. Yeah. Little area of rust, but again, surface, not true. And all the way to the back. And there we go. At the back. Okay, so I like to see the coils. Make sure the coils are good. Coil on the passenger side as well. Intact, going well. Like I said, I mean, we drove at 100 kilometers. It was the smoothest ride I've had in any car. And inside, passenger wheel well as well. So the quicklets, gas cap area. Okay, like seriously, meticulous, well taken care of car. Anyway, as Lee said, and I'll agree, regret getting rid of the car. So, you know, make a reasonable bid. And aside from that, I'll pass it back.
Just a note here, I'm looking at the trunk and I see a dent. So this one's probably about the size of, maybe the size of an apple or something, but it's a pound out dent. You've got a rubber mallet, it's not going to be an issue. I think that's about all that we can find wrong with this car. Now, if one fixed it up, you could expect to see roughly about $8,500. Okay, so the onboard computer tells you everything that you would want to know, or maybe not. I'm going to show you the kilometers.
Yeah, just the kilometers right there.
Okay, so 166 and change. Now, on well-maintained BMW engines, we all know that that's nothing. And this one is good and tight. Roger showed you a good picture of the inside. Reading lights up here for passenger and driver, in case for your reading and driving fun. Okay, let's get out of this car. And finally,
Lock up.
yeah. Finally, I'd like to dedicate this video to my friend Robbie, who is a chef and musician extraordinaire. So that's for you, Robbie. Cheers.